Live streaming is on.
Yeah, I hope I'm there. If somebody tells me how many people are there, we will wait for them. Good morning, everyone. Very good morning to you. I hope the live streaming is picked up. I hope the live streaming is picked up. Nagesh, how many people are there? Nageshwaran? How many people are there, please? How many people there, please?
Only three trainees.
Okay, what screen are you seeing? Blank or?
Yes,
Are you
blank.
able to see the screen which I want to show?
No, sir, it's a blank one.
Okay, I'll get to that.
Now it's there.
Yeah, I'll get to that screen. 1 minute. 1 minute, please. I'll get to that screen. And yeah, I'll open Firefox and how about now? How about now?
It's blank.
Okay, let me see what's going on. I will probably come back to Jitsi because I will try to again allow entire screen and then allow and then go here. Go to this. How is this now?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yep. Yeah, it must be visible like this with photographs. Let's see if I put on the photos. Yes.
Photograph also.
It's visible?
Yes, sir. India map.
Yes, this is the WebGIS.
Okay.
So let us give them some 10 minutes and see that at least 6 people are there. Ramurthy garu, see that at least 6 people are there. because the trainees probably must have tried for the class yesterday. How many people succeeded yesterday?
I have verified two people, Nishant and Sonal. Both are complete.
So Ramurthy garu,
Sir, still three
is
people
there
on.
a lot of ambient noise from my side? Should I cut down the microphone?
No, sir, it's clear.
I mean to say, you don't hear any ambient noise.
No, no, no.
Okay, then it's good. So now how many are there?
Only three, sir.
Oh, that is one is Farooq, I think.
Farid Sahab, Ritesh Aryaji and Nishant.
Oh, so the girls, Nageshwaran, you can just give a WhatsApp to the girls.
Yeah, Sumalata also joined, 4 people.
4 people are there. Okay, that Bhavana, Sumalata, acha, Devki and Bhavana have not joined. Okay, and our
Yugandhar
Kamar,
joined.
huh?
Yugandhar just now joined.
Good.
I think 5. No.
Now 5 are there. Just let us see. Arvind is not there.
Arvind is not there.
I will call Arvind. Fellow is quite active. I don't know why today is not there. I will make a general call. So be on a student. I think Arvind has a problem. He didn't lift the phone. Now we have 6 people?
5.
5. Okay. We'll wait for the 6th. Maybe Devki or someone will. So actually Ritesh Aryaji, day after tomorrow, he's going to Ladakh. And I'm sure he will go with his smartphone. Nowadays, nobody goes around without a smartphone. So this smartphone is the source of data for us. The data can be geological. He is a groundwater geologist of great repute. So Aryaji, so I request you, let's take this as a project. Of all those, the groundwater sources you have identified, try to make a GIS out of it, and you can make a web GIS out of it, and because it is in very, very sensitive area, you can see who will access it or not. Keeping that in mind, it cannot be generalized like GeoHeritage India, where everybody is allowed to access. So I'll give you just an introduction. Those of you 5 who have joined, I don't want you to get bored. So now you see, this is the background you have is known as OpenStreetMap. And this particular balloon you have, this balloon actually is for the location. You see, it is showing me my location. Please see it again. I will move it somewhere. I have moved the map somewhere outside India. Now I'm clicking on this black balloon. See what it does. See that? It has enlarged a blue. This is my location where I am, to the extent, because it is not a GPS location, it gives somewhat, it requires accuracy because this is using only my IP address. And remember, this is a website. This is not QGIS. This is a website. And where is the file being accessed? From my laptop. You see, file, home, Ravi, desktop, GeoHeritage, so on, so on, so on, so on. The last one you see it, index.html. The most important part is this index.html along with all the files that are there, if you provide to your whoever takes your does your web work, then he can actually give it to a domain. Now, the jargon domain. A domain is nothing but just like an email address. An email address belongs to a person. For example, Ritesh Aryaji is working maximum in Ladakh area. We are very proud that he is working at an area which is very sensitive, and he helps our soldiers. So if you want to make a website, then maybe you will take a domain, Ladakh groundwater. You can buy that domain by paying some amount, which can be about 1,000 or less, and this has to be renewed per annum. So once you have a domain and you ask any web provider to connect your domain with this particular website, which you have created using QGIS, he will do it for you. Don't worry about what he does, because that will be some more learning, which I have learned a bit, and I'll be happy to conduct a small webinar training on that too at a later date. So, Aryaji, I'm just giving you an idea for a project. You can make a project of all the borewells you drilled at various places, right from Siachen Glacier to the present Chinese border where you are going day after tomorrow. Good. So, keeping in mind the security issues, who can access the website is your will, or the will of our armed forces for whom you work. Nevertheless, a project is a project. Now, for the other students, how you can benefit from WebGIS? To start with, you are in a university or a college. You make a GIS for your university, a WebGIS. Show various departments, show roads, show playgrounds, make a GIS out of it. and then give this index.html created by you to the webmaster. They call it webmaster. And then what otherwise would cost, I don't know how much it will cost if you ask an agency to make a similar GIS. But the thing is, it is your project. You give it to your university, you will be proud for it. Yes. So all those in universities, please think of a project in those lines. If not, your Panchayat GIS itself. Okay. Ramurthy garu, how many are there? Ramurthy Saab. Okay. Nagesh. Yeah, went back. So you can see at various places, this is at Andamans. Yes, this is a mud volcano at Andamans. So I hope many of you have already joined. Anyway, this live streaming is automatically recorded also. So the video I gave yesterday is different from what I am telling you, because you can always see the video. So I will be more focusing on the other parts. So my friends will tell me your questions and all. Now this WebJS has more information than what I told you yesterday. Let's see this place. This is an area where people relate to this Deccan Trap, huge potholes created by this river. The place is known as Nighoj. These websites can be seen right on your mobile. So if the tourist wants to see, much of it is known as geoheritage. To bring India towards water, geoparks. At the moment, we can call them with any name. I choose to call them as Indian Geoparks, a brand. So clicking on this, let's see what happens. You go to the Wikipedia. Suppose this particular website is on your mobile. This is what happens. You can see the information on the Wikipedia. You can see more photographs, and you see it is written as potholes, and you click on that, what are potholes, that also comes. So we go back to where we were. So in addition to providing a link to the Wikipedia, there is one more. Let's see what is this. Click on that. It provides you a route to Nighoj on Google Maps from the nearest big city, Ahmednagar. You can also see the satellite image. So, but this is not WebGIS itself. Remember, I only gave a link in my WebGIS, and that geoheritage, you can go there. I have taken Google Maps, the facility available on Google Maps, to create a track. If you are not at Ahmednagar, you can show the place where you are. You can share it with someone. This is all part of Google Maps. Now let us go back to our actual work. Okay, let's see one more. Let's see something near Kolkata. See, this is another, you can call it, because Grand Canyon is made famous in the USA. They also call it Death Valley. It is something created by nature. And here this river has created that too. If you want to see its Wikipedia, it is there. If you want to go there, the town, the route is there, just like I have shown earlier. So this comes from a place, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing right, it is known as Dadika. So you go to Gangani Canyon. So I have made use of things available on the internet and added to my WebGIS. Making WebGIS itself is very easy because there is a plugin and you can make a WebGIS. But before that, your WebGIS depends on the data behind the WebGIS. Okay, let's go to Jhansi. Let's see what is there. This is an impact crater. This is by a meteorite impact crater. So remember, all this is free and open data. Whatever data I generate using OpenStreetMap as a background. The difference between OpenStreetMap and Google Maps is Google Maps, it is a proprietary item. You cannot use their data unless they give you permission. OpenStreetMap, you can use their data. In fact, you can download the entire point, line, polygons they have created. Google Maps is only for seeing, whereas OpenStreetMap is for actually using the data. The concept of open geospatial data. I can give the entire geospatial data I have. No issue at all. And I hope you understand and appreciate, because unless people are given the data, how can it become popular? You cannot lock the data in a steel almirah. Now, I have spent a lot of time on the finished product, the WebGIS finished product. Now, if there are no more questions, if there are some questions on that, I can answer. Ramamurthy Garu, Nageshwaran. Well, I don't think that there are questions. I hope you are able to see it. Now I will go to the QGIS behind it. This is the QGIS behind it. Let's go to QGIS. Yes. This is the QGIS which I was showing you. The WebGIS inside the QGIS window. Remember, this is export to web app. If I click on export, it results in this. So I'll keep it there and I'll go back to your QGIS. So there are quite a few things. Number one, open layer and leaflet. You can take any one of them. Both are two apps. Let's see what happens on leaflet. So my data is there. You can see it. This is leaflet now. You can click on this. There is a OSM standard and GeoHeritage latest copy. That's it here. Here also in leaflet, if I click on any of them, yes, This is in the Gulf of Mannar. It is just to show you some wonderful pictures. The Wikipedia is there, and also my way of teaching you is not from the beginning, but I'm trying to teach you backwards, because your interest will be more if I show you what is the end product. Now, I will go back to QGIS itself. Let me go back to the QGIS itself. Yes, this is the QGIS. To begin with, okay? So, this GeoHeritage Total is what I have been using to show you, okay? And this is a web page that I'm showing you. Okay, now let's see. Yesterday I gave you an inkling of how you can get the data from EpiCollect. Okay, let's now go to the EpiCollect. I'm opening my 5 EpiCollect file. I'll close this too, and I'll close the WhatsApp window, and I will go back to my files. Go there, go to 5 EpiCollect. The next speaker you must have seen, Professor Solanki. He is ready. So I would like to limit it within time, and let me go to desktop, go to 5 EpiCollect, simulate, and here I have a project. Yes, this project will open in QGIS again. It's okay. It'll open in QGIS 3.10. Probably you are using 1.4. It doesn't matter. Both are equally good, and almost the menus are all same. So once it opens, so yes. So what's important is, Solanki ji, if you have both the YouTube and Jitsi opened at the same time, please close one of them. We get some feedback because there is a delay. Anyone in the Jitsi room, kindly close your YouTube. Anyway, you see, these are the points I got from this EP5. Why did I call it EP5? That's because it is from EpiCollect 5. Let's see its, yeah, you can see it. This is a photograph of Deccan Traps at Rajahmundry, my town, in Andhra Pradesh. Go to another one. Yes, this is somewhere else. This is there in the Himalayas. So in this EpiCollect 5, I have only this much. So now let me go to EP5 pics and see. This has more. This has more. You see this 2 pic. These are the pictures. If I just double click it and take it, Control C to copy it. This is the total data of EpiCollect Scouts. So I go back to my Jitsi, I make another window. Now Control V. What EpiCollect does is, it has saved the photographs of EpiCollect. See? This is not from QGIS. So you have access to all photographs at a bigger size. But if you want to make them visible on actual website, if you have this much big photos, readability is good, but to present it on India map, no. You can then see only one photo and the map is gone. it will be masked. So we have used some software. There are various softwares. My operating system is Ubuntu, and on Ubuntu we use GIMP. GIMP also can be used in Windows. So if you see that this big picture has become a smaller picture here. Yes, this big picture has become a smaller picture. So this is about how to make your data set to the WebGIS. Now I will show you a little bit more. Go back to where the other data EP5 is also there. Okay. Now this, I have put the Google Hybrid. If I put off. If I want, I can bring here the OpenStreetMap. Bring it below so that you can see it below. So if you enlarge any of them, then you can see the roads and all that. So remember, in these X, Y, Z tiles, you should ask questions if you are not able to follow. Tomorrow is the last class, which will be for brainstorming. We will answer all the questions. If you have, Professor Shiv Pratap had a question earlier, quite early, maybe he is now confident about that. So I switch on the Google map and remove the OpenStreetMap, yes. Now, one more thing is, this is the most important thing. Create a web map. And this, you can get it from your plugins. Your system or laptop should be connected to internet. Then because it is already installed, this one, yes. If it is not there, please install it. Then only you can use QGIS to web. It is such a simple name. You're sending what is on QGIS to web. So now let us see, just one last thing I'll show you. If you see this EP5, the attributes again, you have got these pictures. If you want the pictures to be shown as pictures, you double click on this. This is on yesterday's video too. You go to pick, and in widget type, make it attachment, and then you slide this down and make it integrated document viewer. The content is web view, and see the magic. The moment we changed this, see what happens. Okay, so now I am going to the table. See what happens. You got the photo. This is the photo which is picked up from the internet. Now remember, you can see the attributes two different ways. You can see them as a table like this, or you can see them as a form. So please go through my video which I posted yesterday, and with this 5 p.m. we are available on TeamViewer again. I expect you to ask questions and try to give some project. This WebGIS need not have so many points. Just make a few points and make WebGIS. Show us. That will do. That is the exercise. So with this, for today, namaskar, khuda hafiz, goodbye. Now the class belongs to my very good friend my very, very good friend, Professor Solanki. We are together in the open source geospatial. Good morning, Professor Solanki. The trainees are very eagerly waiting for your class, sir. Please carry on, sir. Your voice I'm not able to hear. Try to see that you are. Yeah, please see it. Your voice. Your voice. Yeah, your microphone.
Sorry, sir,
Yeah,
my mic is
good,
muted.
good, good. Thank.
So, good
Please go ahead.
morning. I'm HK Solanki. I hope it is now audible properly. I'm working in National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj. That is located in Hyderabad, and it is an autonomous organization. Okay. Can anyone tell me, sir, I am audible or not, sir, now?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
You are audible.
Good morning. Audible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. So, this institute is under Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, and mainly imparting training and research also being done, and consultancies are also being undertaken for rural development functionaries and elected representative at large. And we are having on-campus and off-campus programs. So we have one division on GIS also here. So today, as my mandate given by my patrons, Ravi Vandavalli sir and Ram Murthy sir and other friends and gurus regarding this. So I am just knowing something on I am having that experience on the translation part of Hindi translation part of the QGIS. So I will take this up. I think my video yesterday I made a video also that also might have been circulated to you all. And so without further investing time in other things, I will go to my PPT, and it is directly a practical thing I have made, but just a few slides I have prepared. So this slide says that initially the translations were being done in a standalone tool for QGIS. That tool name was Qt Linguist. It was an open source tool. But for last 2-3 years, QGIS has adopted. I will just take a 1 minute break through this just for some reason. Just I'm closing my. So I think now noise will be little less. Voice may be more clear. So I will share my screen. So my screen is not there. The PK name is coming. So okay. I'm doing it live first time on Jitsi, so I will ask some intermediary questions also from the audience. Whether my PPT is visible or not, sir? Ravi sir, my PPT is visible. anyone answer me? I'm not getting voice.
Yes, sir. Visible. Visible. It is being shared.
This PPT is slide is visible, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So initially, the translation work were being done in open source Qt Linguist, but for last 2-3 years, this QGIS has completely shifted for its all translations to this Transifex.com platform. It is an online platform, and Transifex gives open source projects access the platform free of charge. So this is a background. So previously this was the procedure. So in the tool we were importing the translation files and then translating the strings. So this is like one string is loaded in QGIS. So here we used to do the translation. QGIS mein laaye, like that. So this was being done, and finally the final file we used to upload in the QGIS for as an input in the main software. So this was the procedure, and still the procedure is like this. Only the platform is changed, but the procedure was previously also like this. But previously it was being done only in the Qt Linguist. But since the translations are shifted to Transifex, so this can be done offline also. This .ts file can be taken to Qt Linguist and again uploaded to Transifex, or we can do everything in Transifex alone. That is transifex.com. That is a URL. So in this, we just create an account, and on the portal we request to be a translator or team member in QGIS project, or not only in QGIS project, whatever projects are available there in the open source manner. Those sources are also available there, but they may be on the payment basis. But these open source tools are on the free basis they upload. So we have to request to be the translator team in QGIS project, and mostly within a few days, someone that maintainer or coordinator is approving your request, and you are becoming a translator or reviewer. So then whatever translations are done, it is going to GitHub. And whenever the upgrade of QGIS is coming, they are updated strings are coming to GitHub, and it is taken to Transifex. It is a vice versa process.
Sorry, sir. I am intervening. Your this camera is now focused on your face. Share the screen. Share the screen.
Pardon?
Sir, share the screen. Hello.
Screen is not shared.
Present camera is focused on your face.
Oh, that I asked whether my screen is shared or not. Someone
Earlier,
answered that it is screen is.
Earlier it was shared. Now it is focused to your face.
Is it now shared?
No.
But in front of my screen, PK name is coming. I don't know. PK is coming.
Solanki sahab, press D button.
D
key.
D for Delhi.
Yeah, D for Delhi.
So D is pressed now.
Your screen will be shared.
Okay. So just I will ask once more, audience. Is it shared now?
Now it's shared. Yeah. No. Yeah. Now it is shared.
But the PK name is coming in front of my screen. I don't know. My name is.
Your slides are visible now. Solanki ji, please carry on.
Okay. Whenever there is any slide missing or anything is not commensurate with my words, please indicate so that I can get the guidance
Definitely.
of.
Solanki ji, I am with you. Please carry on, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So the procedure of this translation is like this in the platform. So we can create an account on Transifex. We can request to be a translator team in the QGIS project. We can do translations here. So translations are becoming a part of the GitHub in the real-time manner, and these are being used by the QGIS software release. Whenever there is a new release, they are taking the new translations. Whenever there is a upgrade of software, they are making their translations part, revised strings as part of GitHub, and it is again the translation process is continued. So then release of QGIS software, and based on some feedback, some things may be changed by the translators or maybe their own review of the software, whether it is appropriately translated or not, few words or something, or they can take it here. And offline translations are also possible in the previous software, that is Qt Linguist. I searched yesterday, but I did not find Qt Linguist in the standalone manner now. It may be the part of Qt as a whole. So presently, I could not trace the behavior offline doing, but this facility is still there. .ts file can be downloaded from the Transifex platform, can be taken to Qt Linguist standalone version. Whatever we do there, revised file may be again uploaded to Transifex platform. This is the overall framework of the translation. So one thing is very clear about the translation. It is not a one-time job. It is not a success story of one time. It is a continuous process, maybe of whole life, or we have to be behind the software. Otherwise, once upon a time, our software was 87% translated in 2014, but now it is 36% because words are increasing, strings are increasing along with the revision or update of the software, but translation is trending on the same place, the same number of words. So percentage is reducing. So it is a story of continuous perpetual efforts. So if someone can take that challenge, then it is a task. There is no milestones in between that we have done a success story on the way. So it is a continuous efforts. So feedback or something, and then I will go directly to the Transifex platform now. So only this is the again I will just take 3 slides. This is platform, then we can go and log in, and if we are not having any account, we can create an account. In the account, it will ask only 3 things: username, email, and password, and you can sign up. Otherwise, also GitHub, Google account, or LinkedIn account also we can use to go to the Transifex. So directly in the Transifex we can go. So this I'll go in this again. Transifex.com. This is the platform. This is the official platform for QGIS and ODK also. If someone is interested in ODK translation, it is a very light job. Hardly 4,000 or 5,000 words are there. I think seriously, if someone will do with the whole effort, so within 3-4 days, ODK interface may be converted to any language, and that is very much changeable. So we have to again do that effort continuously. So we can go in the login. So I have already logged in yesterday, so it is not asking those steps. But already it is understood that user ID and password it will ask, our email and password. So I will log out. Log out. Then log in. Okay. HK Solanki. So I am part of already these projects, but in this Encato, Magic and Movidia, I have not done anything, but we have done little bit in the ODK and QGIS. ODK one time we did, but since then it is again not progressed. In QGIS we have done something. So for a new user, it is explore option is there. There you can search the projects. Suppose you want to go for the QGIS, then in QGIS we have 3-4 projects, and few other persons or organizations are also having those projects. But our QGIS is having these projects only 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is for old QGIS documentation. We will not go in this. QGIS desktop, QGIS documentation, and QGIS website. We can say QGIS also. QGIS desktop is the project related to the main software interface. QGIS documentation is related to the tutorial, master tutorial, and QGIS website is related to the website part. The website part means in QGIS.org. I think it is blocked for some reason, I don't know. But there we can change the languages of the website also. As we change the language of website, automatically whatever documentation part is translated, the documentation will also come under that language only. So this tutorial website and tutorial both are interlinked. So if any progress is there in documentation section, if we change language on website, it will automatically showing the documentation translations also under that language. So we will see the desktop later on. Just I'm telling about the becoming a member for that particular project. So if any user will enter in this, so in my case it is showing the translate and other options. But for a new user, a join request may be coming in between. So you can join that project, and mostly the maintainer or coordinator will accept your request within 1 or 2 days. And in your profile, if you go in the profile section, these are the available functions, my profile, and in that, under the user settings, you can enter your address and name and phone number, email, and password can also be changed, and language preferences also can be taken for you. For me already, I have taken English, Hindi, Hindi India, something. In Hindi, they have Hindi India and Hindi, but I don't know what is the difference, but go for the Hindi. So other than Hindi, language preferences, maybe Malayalam, no, Tamil may be there. And we can request a new language also. Tamil is there. And so I don't know, it is added, I can clear also. Tamil may be cleared. So like that, other Kannada or something, Kannada is there. So user can write the interest also. Interest in the what is the, suppose I have written my interest translation in English to Hindi. That is my interest. Your interest may be different. A short bio may be shown there, and make my profile accessible, or email address and translation files and other things. So this is about the profile, and messages may come, general messages. So this is how a new user can join any language, in that they can apply for the particular team, and team may respond on that. So there is a section that is a team. Under the teams, here whatever project you will join, it will be visible. And whatever is selected here, it will be visible in the left panel. So I have selected ODK there. So this is ODK all project, ODK center, ODK collect. So if I click on left panel, ODK, it is showing that 655 total strings are there, and 2089 890 2890 total words are there, like that. So if I be on QGIS only, it will be left panel will be on QGIS. So teams, if you go in the teams, we can see that teams of various languages for QGIS. Whatever project we have selected here, it will be the description of that particular team. So in QGIS, around 4 teams are translating 6 projects, and 2 team managers are there, 145 coordinators are there for all languages, 68 reviewers are there, and 1901 translators are there for QGIS project. So this is for QGIS desktop, and this is QGIS doc and website team. So 1570 members translating 3 projects for the 69 languages. So we will go for Hindi. For Hindi desktop, 1169, not Hindi desktop, all the languages. For 85 languages, 1169 persons are involved. So if someone is a reviewer or moderator, he can invite the collaborators also. So I will go for Hindi. 6 members in Hindi. So the team managers, they are Werner Macho is the team manager, and I cannot pronounce this word, Radul Van Woerde. So they are two. So Werner Macho I have disturbed in many times by many mails. So he promptly replied to me, and due to him only I could be able to solve many difficulties, and he guided me. And then I was made as coordinator, and coordinator has the responsibilities of downwards. So I am a reviewer also. I can make a role of translator also, and reviewer can review and translate also, and translator can only translate. He cannot review. So there are mainly 2 stages: translation and review. So these can be done by the same person. Translation can be done by one person, and reviews can be done by the other person. So reviewer can, if he find any difficulty or problem in translation, he can just retype it or put appropriate word, and he can make it as a reviewed. So reviewed strings are made as a part of the project by the team managers. They are maintaining the making the file inside of GitHub, and then extracting the files for the software and all. So these 2 are the team managers, and this is for Hindi desktop. So this is a girl from Jaipur, and Aditya Gupta and 2-3 persons also joined by requesting to the team managers, and me also on the Transifex only, and they are accepted. This is a girl from Hyderabad, Mirat Mala. She remained involved in many other projects also. So if you want to see their profile, you can see the Kimirat profile. She is a translator for German also, Hindi and Telugu, and he met also once me, but we could not take her help and could not take the efforts further after 2014-15. So, and this is the current strength of our Hindi translation for desktop. So anyone can join this team. And for docs and windows, if we will go in Hindi, 19 members are there. But as I am not much knowing about that, how it is done at this point of time, so I cannot say much about that. But this is the 19% team involved in that. So the progress of that particular project can be seen in the dashboard, maybe left panel of our first screen. So if we, this is Phul Kaushik, Pradeep Prasad, Aditya Gupta, Achit Jain and all. For this, coordinators are Richard and their team managers, Nacho and Harish Kumar Solanki, and these are the, on the dashboard. If you go on dashboard, we are seeing all this. So suppose now we are interested in QGIS. So QGIS has 3 projects. All projects details are here, all projects. So in completely in QGIS, 2,38,000 total strings are available, and 1.86 million source words are there, and this is the 96 project languages are there in that. So that is a very huge project, but most of the words and strings are becoming to documentation part. Around 4 lakh to 5 lakhs words are there out of this around 2 million words. So we will go to only the desktop. So desktop part is having 153,000 source strings. Actually, a string is a complete sentence, or maybe we can say just in language parlance. For a language say it is a sentence. But if it is a technical thing or something, we are saying it's a string. One string may be having 4 or 5 words or 10 words or 20 words like that. So 752,000 total words are there in this QGIS desktop. It is very since 2014, I think 5-10 versions are released, so numbers are increased. So in the desktop, as I am already a translator, anytime I can go in the translate. But we will go first in the languages. So if suppose my language is not there, then I can request a language also from the maintainers. Suppose Malayalam is not there. I think Malayalam is there. Yes, Malayalam is there, existing. Malay is existing. If any language is not there, so we can request at this page for the maintainers. So we can go in Hindi. So because I am the member of Hindi, it is showing me the Hindi only. But as a general part, we can see all the languages also. So in Hindi, if I want to go to translate, I can go to translate directly. I can go to translate from, anyone can go to translate from this point also or from here also. Because I am a Hindi member, so it will directly take me to Hindi only if I press here also. So हम अब थोड़ा बाद में हो 1 घंटे के बाद. So we can view resources first, then also we can translate. So now we are in the QGIS, then QGIS desktop, then its resources. Okay, I can view members also now. There are 6-7 resources. So under that, this core resource is the QGIS application. QGIS GUI. That is the base of all the things. But some are interested in only the release of the 3.10 version of 3.12 and 3.14 and all. That is their choice. But the primary choice is to input in the QGIS application, because whatever will be done there, automatically it becomes part of the remaining projects. So we will go in application just to have a view. In the application, again, it is a total words, total strings. I can go in translation. If I want to download the file for offline translation, so we can download the file from here. Or download for use means only the translated strings will be downloaded, and we can input that file in our QGIS software also, in the C program files and all. That option is also there, but that is in the new software management, I could not find that place properly. But if I want to download in an offline manner and if I want to translate it there, then it may be a offline translation, and from there we can upload the file to this software. That may be a cumbersome project, so cumbersome efforts. So I have not tried that anytime. Maybe some mistakes I cannot say, but few are doing this also, downloading for offline translation in the Qt Linguist. So from here also I can go to translate, or from there also. So suppose I want to go to translate from here. So this is actually the translation page, actual translation page. So here we go for the translation. In this, one is the total words, strings, total strings, 28,233 and 139,526 words, 1,39,526 words. Out of that, 28,233, 19,213 are the still not translated strings, and 4,574 are translated but not reviewed. Okay, and this minus this, this minus this minus this is the already translated and reviewed. So we can see we can search it here also. Reviewed. Sir, I am in a lecture in the webinar, so can you SMS, sir? Just half an hour. So this will be the reviewed, yes and no. So this is unreviewed. If we say reviewed, translated and reviewed, so we can filter it here, and many filters also can be applied here. Okay, all these are reviewed. So what is the symbol for seeing that it is reviewed or not? So colored tick is there on those all. And for unreviewed but translated, if we go there, so unreviewed but translated, this is a colored radio button, translated but not reviewed. And this is for all, in that whatever is not translated till now will be the gray colored. Okay, or we can go here also. All will be the gray colored, untranslated. Okay. So this is the segregation. Here we can apply the filter also anytime. And we can check status and all those things here, user and all those something. So we will catch from the all, we will catch all three kind of thing: untranslated, translated and reviewed, and only translated, maybe some colored. So these are the translated but not reviewed. Okay, so all these gray are not translated, translated and reviewed. This is not reviewed. So in front of those, you will be seeing the Hindi which were done. It was done previously. Agat Maapdand and all. So in this, a word of caution is that whenever we go to translate, suppose this string, this O may be a syntax or maybe a specific that language word or maybe the keyword. So we should not touch this. Only we can write. We can take this algorithm author. If anything is in between of those two, I don't know the actual name of those two arrow kind of things. So if any is word is in between of that two, it is a syntax, and we should not be translating that part. So like that. So suppose algorithm author. This is the window for the translation. If I go for a already a word which is translated and reviewed, input parameters. So this is the uh, small window for translation part. So this one and one is the syntax or some keyword. So we are not touching those, and only intermediary thing is translated. So we can see that help author. So one word is there, help author. So one option is copy source string. So directly this keyword will come to us automatically. Whatever is there, exactly same will be copied here. Only the intermediary part can be translated. So to translate any string or word, we are just using the Google input tool. So there may be other transliteration tools available in the market or maybe in the websites. Those also can be used. So the font should be in the Mangal font or Indic font, in the Indic font, which is universally accepted. It cannot be a typing in the Belvase or Kritidev or any other font. So that will be a disaster. So only the in the Indic font. So Google input tool and other kind of tools directly they are using the Indic fonts only. So author की मदद करें. Suppose इसका हिंदी will be the help the author. तो author को क्या बोलेंगे हिंदी में रवि सर? ऐसा कुछ searching the appropriate word for any word in English or any to translate in other is the most challengeable task in this, because region to region, location to location, the same language or the same kind of situation or context, two persons may have the different kind of words. So for that there is an option of glossary also there. If we put a particular word in the glossary, so next translator or next person can take a help of glossary also, or the previous suggestions also. So previous suggestions, suppose anywhere this help or author word came, so we can take from there also. Algorithm author, Sahita author. Author, I am feeling that previously also author is used. Author की सहायता करें. Author तो मैं I can take from here. And I will change my Hindi interface from English. It is, I will just press Alt Shift or I will go in language, Hindi Indic, that is Google input tool, sorry. It has come. So author key. So here the suggestion box will come. So key is coming first, but my choice is the second one. If first one is my choice, I can directly enter. It will come, but it is not my choice. I will write KIT. I'll take second one, author key, Sahayata. The first one is okay. I will enter Karan. So that Karan, enter. author की सहायता करें. So help author. I will save the translation first, or I can save it for a suggestion. But not saving suggestion, I can just save it as a translation. Now the color is changed. That is color. String is translated. From gray to it become the green. The help author is translated as author की सहायता करें. And I have not touched these keywords. Just copy pasted it from here. If any keyword is there, and then I just change the intermediary words, translated intermediary words. So special character also can be added if you want from here. Undo, redo is also there. Now the part is review. If I am not a reviewer, this button will not be highlighted for me. If I have the responsibility of reviewer also, so I can review also. If I am a reviewer also, so I can make it as a reviewed final. So now it is a green tick. So now it is the final help author. It is ready to be the part of the software now. And in the next release, it can be the part. Author की सहायता करें. But if the translator is different and reviewer is different, reviewer can do it later on. So responsibilities can be divided. So suggestions are there for any string. Suppose I will take generating prepared API file, please wait. So automatically suggestion is first ready there. So same word is already translated. तैयार API file बना रहा है, कृपया प्रतीक्षा करें. So I can just copy paste it from here. Use this. So no need to translate it again. So as I press it, it has come to this box. And now I can save the translation. The color is changed, and I can review also. This string is also translated. So glossary is there, history is there. History already, one is history now. It is maybe for the recent history. And this is all. And I think this as a general introduction, this is sufficient, and I don't think anything more is there. Automatically it is the part of the main shortcuts are also available. So they may be further explored for any quick help used. So this is the, as a summary, we can say this is the box where all the projects which you are member in are visible. Here is your profile and password change and profile change, other thing. This is the exploring for the new project. This is for the teams in various projects. This is dashboard. Here you can come from the dashboard. Automatically it will come first time at dashboard. And from dashboard we can move to the language particular. Automatically your language will be visible. If you will go to your translation part, you can go directly to translate from here also or from there also. If you will go to translate, automatically you will be taken to your projects, and from here I can go to my particular interested choice of the project in which I am presently want to translate. So there, this is all. This is untranslated. This is unreviewed. So we can go, and this is the main box where we can translate. So I will come again to my PPT. So these are the interface once it is translated to Hindi, but nowadays it is very less because only 36% is the translated. So this is Pariyojana. This is the current one. QGIS 3.10 and something, 3.10.8. LTR. This is LTR, long-term release. And current long-term release is 3.10.8. This is 3.10.6, I think. So these are the Hindi, but some problems are still there. It is one dot is not coming matching with this, maybe some font problem or something. Or individual this particular Windows or Office problem. But only 36% we can say is the translated. So it will be reflected here after the new releases. So all over the world, anyone can see that language. So if you want to go in a particular language, we can go in English it is settings. In Hindi we have written Samayojan. So settings, options. In options we can go to general. General we have written as Samanya. And in that, this is compulsory. Override system local is to be checked. And user interface translation, in there, we are having all the languages in which we can roam and from one project to other language. So by default is American English. And if you want to go in other language, suppose don't make the mistake of going to these kind of language, Arabic, Farsi, because the returning will be very difficult from that language. So if you want to enjoy these languages, which are right to left, and not a single word is can be understood by a user, precautions should be taken. You should write the total steps of going inside the Chakravyuh of the menu. So left side 5th button, then down side 6th button, then left side 2nd button, then only you can return back. So that is the case. So from Hindi, suppose we want to go again to English, then this is the process we will do. Okay, it will not reflect immediately, so restart will be required. So we can shift from any language to any language in the QGIS. So this is the QGIS desktop. I'm going to that software again. Till that process is completed, we will see the various utilities to assist Hindi, Indic, IME developed by CDEC and Google Input Tools. And to search the appropriate words, sometimes we have to take help of the Subcos, Incos, and Google Translate. So that also is a part of this effort. It is always better to save the word in the glossary. And, glossary may also should be there for all languages to reduce the deviation from word to word, region to region, language, person to person. So there should be a language glossary. So this already we are showing that what is the procedure to change language. And this we will see once the software will come, that how we can see the status of the major languages. It is available in the Transifex also. In desktop, we can see the total language of the particular project. View projects. So in that, sorry. So I don't know, there is a list also of the total languages. I'm missing that part. Languages, yes, here it is, languages. So English is almost 100%. And if we go for completion, ascending, then it will show which language is 100%, or ascending, sorry, descending, I will make it descending. English is 100%, Italian is 93.62, Lithuanian 73.26, like that Danish, Arabic and all. And French is 92, but German is always 100% also. It is there, I don't know, German is not here. German is always 100%. So this is that. So I don't know where is my QGIS has gone. Okay. So in the help portion, we can see about section. Now it is English. In about section, there are translators. So German and Basque. In this version, particular this version, these are the 100% languages. So French, Swedish, Spanish, Portuguese, Polish, Chinese, Italian, Romanian, Arabic, Modern, Slovenian, Turkish, and this Hindi is 38.7%. So it is 38.7%. And I think they may be having a policy that if any language is not having a particular percentage, it may not be displayed here. So very soon Hindi will be out from this list. So this is the translator section in this QGIS. And we can know other things also about and providers, and these are the other things, but about the translators, this is the thing. So I don't know why my name they have placed there. So that is just a teamwork. And so as a coordinator, they have placed my name here. So I remained happy for many times that it is Indian flag is there on this project. So the status page already shown. So the second last slide, which is the appropriateness of the word is the major challenge, and we can overcome this by the glossary or by just involving the persons who are maybe reviewer may be different, and review should not be done if a person is not fully confident of the words. He should leave it as a translated only, not to be reviewed if he is a reviewer. Otherwise, if he is not a reviewer, he cannot do review. So that is also a better option. Reviewer may be some person like me or some other who are not able to invest time fully for the translating. But I think in one night or 1 or 2 hours, we can review at least 100, 200, 300 translations of strings easily by little bit changing the words or something. So that reviewer can be remained with persons who are good at the language or good at the core language part. And acceptance by user is also a challenge, and training to the users is also a challenge because the training is not given properly. That is also a difficulty. And the one more difficulty there that the documentation part should also be translated properly. Otherwise, if the documentation master tutorial is in English and software is in Hindi, and training is in English and software is in English, Hindi, English, then it will be difficult. And if software is in Hindi and tutorial is in English, then also a difficulty. It is a consolidated project of around 8 lakhs or maybe the 20 lakhs word, 1.89 million. But mainly the 4 lakhs words in the documentation and around 2 lakhs words in the software. It is a 6 lakhs word project. So that is the training to the user, and as we discussed in the initial part, that sustainability and update and edit of work with ever increasing size and functionalities of the software. So this is not a project like just reaching to the peak of the average. Once we reach to the peak of the average, and we can declare for our whole rest of the life that once upon a time I reached the Everest. But this is not like that. Every day is the one new peak will be there, and every 2 months one new peak will be there, and we have to catch that peak. So that is the thing. Way ahead, future possibilities. Translation of QGIS documentation website is also required. That already discussed. and other languages also to be translated. That is one, and ODK also can be translated. If someone is interested, he can become part of ODK also. ODK is a very easiest easier to comparison to that. So thank you from my side. I hope I am able to deliver detailed overall text for the QGIS and ODK. And many other projects may be also there here or maybe some other platforms. So that procedure may be a little different. So Ravi sir, can any? Thank you, sir. Anything else from my side? Any?
If we have any questions, we can field some questions. So I request all those present on YouTube, please in the chat box, give the questions.
So how can I see, sir? Those?
Yeah, we will tell you, Solanki ji, we will tell you the questions.
Okay.
So it appears that there are no questions at the moment because the topic Professor Solanki dealt requires a very, very careful understanding. It is localization of a GIS, which is very, very important for the country as a whole. So on behalf